Have you ever called yourself lazy? Maybe you have a big project, a dream you've always wanted to chase, but you just can't seem to start. Scroll on your phone, you clean your apartment for the 10th time, anything to avoid the main task. That was me, James. For years, I wore the label lazy like a heavy coat. My friends would talk about their promotions, their new businesses, and I'd just nod along. Feeling this knot in my stomach, I had ideas, good ones too, but they all stayed locked up in my head. One day I was supposed to be working on a business proposal. This was my big chance to finally do something for myself. But instead, I found myself alphabetizing my spice rack. Seriously, alphabetizing. That's when it hit me. This wasn't laziness. This was something else. I wasn't afraid of the work. I was terrified of what would happen if I did the work and it wasn't good enough. What if I poured my heart and soul into this proposal and it got rejected? What if everyone saw me fail? That fear was paralyzing. It was so much easier to not try at all than to try and not succeed. So, I decided to do a little experiment. I set a tiny, almost laughably small goal. Write just one sentence of my proposal. That's it. One sentence. I told myself anyone can write one sentence. But it doesn't even have to be a good one. I sat down, took a deep breath, and wrote it. And you know what? Nothing bad happened. The world didn't end. So I wrote another, and then a whole paragraph. Each small step I took was a victory against that voice of fear in my head. I was proving to myself that trying wasn't the scary part. Slowly but surely, I finished the proposal. I sent it off, my heart pounding. A week later, I got a reply. They didn't accept it. My initial reaction was a familiar sting of failure. But then, something amazing happened. Instead of spiraling, I felt a strange sense of pride. I had actually done it. I had faced my biggest fear head-on and survived. The rejection wasn't the end. It was just feedback. I learned so much from that first attempt. I revised my proposal, incorporated their feedback, and sent it to another company. And this time they said yes. Realizing my laziness was actually a deep-seated fear of failure changed everything. It wasn't a character flaw. I could learn to jump over. So next time you find yourself procrastinating, ask yourself, are you truly lazy, or are you just afraid of being brilliant and falling short? The first step doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be taken. If this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep exploring these ideas together. Thanks for watching.